Hi, I'm Brenda Buglione and welcome to SnowMotion, where we cover all things skiing, from industry news and interviews to ski tips and films. This week we get to know U.S. ski team standout Nina O'Brien and learn how to optimize your position on the hill with my brand new ski tip. Later, we'll head to Iceland for a once-in-a-lifetime expedition. We have a lot to get to, so let's get started.
We're athletes
and athletic trainers.
We know how important
staying active is to you.
We're physicians
and scientists.
Our groundbreaking research is helping you
heal faster.
We're the Stedman Clinic
and Stedman Philippon Research Institute.
And we're your destination
for personalized orthopedic care.
Personalized orthopedic care.
Treating Team USA.
And the athlete in all of us.
Corbel, make it gold.
SnowMotion is brought to you by the Stedman Clinic, treating Team USA and the athlete in all of us. And by Gorsuch. U.S. ski team member Nina O'Brien balances being a college student and racing on the World Cup. After a breakout season last year, Nina is gaining confidence in the technical events and finding her place on the circuit. Let's ride up the gondola and learn more about this hard-working racer. Today's SnowMotion chairlift interview is with Nina O'Brien. Nina is an alpine ski racer, and she is busy in the winter. She's on the World Cup circuit, U.S. ski team, and she had the best year of her life last season. Nina, how did you ski so fast?
Oh, last season I had a ton of fun. It was a strange season with COVID, and we missed having the fans at all of our races for sure. We missed that energy, and we're excited to have them back this year.
Well, we were all cheering from you, watching you on television. That specific run that I will never forget in the World Championships, you were so good, so good.
Thank you. While I was skiing, I had no idea that I was having that good of a run. I think I was every bit as shocked, if not more, than everyone else when I saw the result when I crossed the finish line.
She became second place the first run behind Michaela by 2/100ths of a second.
Yeah.
This is the World Championships.
Exactly. And I've never had a second place run ever before, and somehow I managed to, I guess, bring out my best skiing when it mattered that day.
Your reputation in this sport is that you work really hard, and I love that because
yeah,
when you work
nice
hard, then you deserve all these good results. So, and you're also in college at the same time, juggling school, and working out, and traveling to Europe. So how do you do that? How do you balance so well?
So I ski and I fully commit to the U.S. ski team for the fall and winter, and then in the spring and summer, I go to Dartmouth, and I'm also doing all my U.S. ski team conditioning during that time. So it can be a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but I think at the top level, everyone's working hard, and I think that having a chance to focus on school and take my attention, a little bit away from ski racing is actually an asset sometimes. It helps me feel like ski racing isn't everything in my life. But for me, I love going to school, and I think it can actually be really helpful to me to sort of shift my focus away from skiing in those off months.
I think it's so healthy.
Yeah, it
really
balances me out.
Yeah,
when I first started racing World Cups, I didn't feel like I belonged there. I was sitting, putting my boots on next to people that I grew up watching as, on World Cup winning runs. Tessa Worley, Lara Gu, Michaela Schifrin, and now I have to go race against them. So that was a little bit of a shock factor to me at first, but I think with time and with my team, there's such a great support system for me. I think I've built some confidence, and now I feel comfortable just to do my own thing and trust myself at the World Cups.
Nina, tell me about your new sponsor.
Sure, so I'm super excited about my new helmet sponsor. This year is Next Gen Hyperbaric, and 6 months ago, I didn't know anything about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, but I was lucky enough to be introduced to Next Gen by Casey Puckett, who is a coach on the US ski team, but former athlete himself and 5-time Olympian. He'd used hyperbaric oxygen therapy to rehab an injury and come back for one of his 5 Olympic Games.
Oh yeah, that he had to come back fast.
Yes, hyperbaric helped him get back in time for the Olympics.
Wow.
So he was like, Nina, this is something you've got to try, and put me in touch.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's been so cool. And what it is essentially you're going in this chamber that's 100% oxygen, and you're treated under pressure. So the oxygen is forced into your body.
Interesting.
And oxygen is super healing. Yes, oxygen's great. It's good for your brain and your focus. It can really help anyone, whether you're coming back from an injury or even you're just trying to maximize your recovery, kind of like I am.
Okay, so where do you go to do this?
So there are a few places. Next Gen is found throughout the country, but I either treat up in Cordillera at All Points North Lodge, they have a facility there, or at Swedish Hospital in Denver, they have a few chambers there, which I can use as well.
Okay. So you really feel after you've had a hard workout that when you have your second workout of the day, you're more rested.
Yes.
And recovered.
Absolutely, and I think, one example is in my hardest conditioning week of the summer, I was doing 2 workouts every day and feeling exhausted, but I also treated in the chamber 3 days consecutively. And each day, as I should have been getting more tired, when they took my vitals after the oxygen therapy, my resting heart rate was lowering every day. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
When I can see and feel the results, it makes me even more excited to keep coming back. So I think it's super underutilized, and I think there's a lot of benefits people could be taking from this. Ski racing's one of those tricky sports where you kind of need a little bit of everything. So we're doing quite a lot of conditioning and endurance. So some weeks, a typical high volume week, maybe there's 10 hours of cardio, and then mixed with that, we're gonna do some strength lifting, also some power workouts, and then core is super important. And then for us tech skiers, you definitely have to mix in some balance and agility. So it's a lot, but we try and really just hit all of those categories so we can be well-rounded athletes. Ski racing is such a funny sport. I mean, you ski with your feet, and rolling up the turns cleanly is so important, but in order to do that, you really need your upper body and your whole body to be working together. So for me, one of the things I focus on is really having a good solid crunch in my core to keep my upper body stable and forward. Well, I think it takes, certainly it takes a lot of training. With the training, I can find that confidence to sort of dive into the next turn.
Okay, good tips.
Yep. I feel like we've got this energy on our women's tech team right now, and it's building, and it's inspiring to see my teammates do well because we train together, we see each other working hard.
It inspires you to do that,
when you see one person having success, it's like, okay,
I could do that.
They did that, I can do that. So yeah, we have a good thing going as a group right now.
That's so great. You have such a good attitude. I love it.
I'm lucky to be doing what I'm doing. I love the people I get to meet on the road and travel with, and love being in the mountains, so thank you for having me on this beautiful day on the gondola ride.
Nina, we here at SnowMotion are wishing you a great season. We're going to be cheering for you at every single race, watching you on TV. You got this.
Yeah, thanks.
Coming up, I'll show you how to keep your weight on your downhill ski. And Solomon TV shares an ode to the perfect turn.
What we've done at Surefoot has really changed the way that you get ski boots.
The sun shines bright.
This boot is made for your foot. The difference is amazing. You'll ski better. They're better fitting, better skiing than anything you've ever experienced.
I woke up feeling great. Today was made for me. And life is good the way it should, the way.
For all my latest ski tips and chairlift interviews, subscribe to SnowMotion on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at Brenda Buglione 1 and on Facebook at Brenda Buglione. Today, we're going to learn the thumper drill. Do you know Thumper, the rabbit in Bambi, and he thumps his feet? Well, we're going to do the same thing, but on skis. This drill is really going to help us keep our weight over our downhill ski and stay forward in the athletic position. You're going to put all your weight over your downhill ski and you're going to lift your uphill ski and you're going to tap the tip going across the slope. Having our weight on our downhill ski, lift our uphill ski. Thump our tip on the snow when we go across the slope. The thumper drill is crucial to teaching you to put your weight on the downhill ski because you're lifting your uphill ski. And if I tap my tip, you can see that it brings my hips forward, it drives my shin against the front of the boot, and it keeps me in the athletic position. Whether you're skiing big mountains, groomers, or a race course, there's one thing that all skiers can appreciate, and that's carving the perfect turn. Solomon TV presents Your Turn, a film by Switchback Entertainment. For more original content, subscribe to Solomon TV on YouTube.
Of course free skiers are capable of making perfect turns. And realistically, it's all relative to your skill level. Anyone can make a perfect turn.
Well, the cool thing about free skiers is that everyone comes from a different background.
Stan Ray definitely has a ski racing background and it shows in all of his skiing. But also, when I'm skiing with Stan, it is just hard to keep up. That dude is so fast.
Mike Douglas has a mogul background. I thought he was going to have like a narrow stance and, kind of keep your knees together. And I was actually super surprised of how well he could carve a turn. At the end of the day, he was almost carving turns better than I was.
Emma Patterson.
Emma grew up ski racing, so she's got that technical base.
I mean, she skied on the Freeride World Tour and it definitely shows.
She's also got a little bit of that loose cannon, like I'm gonna send it kind of vibe.
Drew Peterson, to my knowledge, doesn't have any technical background in ski racing or freestyle. He's just a pure free skier.
That's what makes him fun to watch, because he's kind of wild, a little loose, and always having a good time.
I think the perfect turn comes from being like so balanced.
When everything slows down and right in the middle of the turn, you have the ski fully loaded.
You lay it over, you get all that tension when you're in the apex of your turn.
And pressuring that outside ski, really pressuring it.
Pushing just outside of where that safety zone is, that's when it feels the best.
You just know it.
The perfect turn is whatever you make of it. Slashing on top of a cliff, jumping off some bumps, getting loose, hot dog style. That's a perfect turn too.
The beauty of skiing is that there are dozens of ways to do it, and there isn't really a right or wrong way.
It's the kind of sport you can do your whole life and never master it all, but that's what's cool about it.
The best skier on the mountain is the one having the most fun. Just keep turning, just keep turning, just keep turning.
That was a great day on the slopes. The first thing I do before I walk to the car and put my skis in is I put my straps on. So I take my strap, put it in between my skis where the skis touch. Slide it down, take it around, Velcro it. This will hold my skis tight so they won't slide. I put one at the tip where the skis touch, and right here where the skis touch in the tails. That ski tune I got is gonna last a lot longer because my skis won't slide back and forth and dull the edges, and I won't scratch the bases.
At the Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, we know every athlete is built differently. That's why we've studied sports injuries in women for over 2 decades, developing the most effective treatments and prevention protocols specifically for women. All to get you back to the activities you love sooner. The Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, the future of sports medicine, is here.
If we want to protect the places we love, we must vote. America is a nation of many nations, many histories, many experiences. But despite our different paths, we all converged here. You see, our common ground is the land itself, our playgrounds, and places we love. Now we must protect them from the effects of climate change. If you love the land, make a plan to vote this November. Start your plan at makeadamplan.org.
Spiders. Big spiders. Big spiders.
Sharks. By far, nothing else is even in the same realm.
Butterflies. Like, I just see one coming at me and I want to run. It's just so scary.
Probably lack of snowfall is my biggest fear. Because without snow, I don't know what I would do. Yeah.
SnowMotion is brought to you by Surefoot. Better fitting, better skiing. And by Crimson Clover. Live boldly. When you're getting in shape for skiing, every day can't be a leg day. Strengthening your entire core is essential for being strong on the slopes. Let's head to the gym and find out how. I'm with Chris Snurl, athletic trainer and strength and conditioning specialist. Chris, when we're skiing, I know we need a strong core because we need balance to go through moguls, through crud, down through fluffy powder. Every part of our ski day is maintaining our balance. Will you give me a good core exercise?
Absolutely. So a lot of times when people say core, all they think of are their abs. But when I talk about core, I'm encompassing our entire pillar, right? So from the hips to the shoulders, right? And also a lot of times when people say they want to work on their core, they think about just doing a bunch of crunches.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of crunches with my athletes in the gym. We do a ton of flexion and extension all throughout the day. So I like to focus on anti-rotation and rotational exercises. So I'm going to show you an anti-rotation exercise today. It's going to work on your core, your entire pillar, but it's also going to work on your shoulders a little bit too.
Good, we need it.
All right, so I'm going to have you go ahead and get down in a push-up plank position. Okay. And all we need is about 5 pounds here. We don't need to go heavy. You're going to go with a wide stance. Now you're going to reach through with your right arm, pick up that weight, bring it over to your right, and set it down. Good. And we don't want these hips to move at all, so lock those hips in place. The key is not to let anything move except that arm. Over and back is 1. We're going to do about 8 of these to start with. And you're going to feel this burn pretty good.
I feel it all the way.
And that's with 5 pounds. So again, don't go very heavy on this. Keep it light. Make sure you lock those hips up. This is where we're focusing, is not letting those hips move at all. Very good. Nice. 1 more. Over and back. Good.
Okay.
Recover.
Wow, I can really feel it, my whole front of my body. And I know that we need that.
Absolutely.
I mean, even when we're pole planting, the strength of our arms, we don't want to plant and then drop our hands. We got to hold arms out in front, and that helps our balance as well.
This is a really easy one to do at home. This is 5 pounds. You can find something around the house that weighs 5 pounds. You don't necessarily need a weight for this. So it's easy to do at home. There's no excuse.
Thanks, Chris. This is going to help our skiing. In skiing the fire rink, 4 friends venture into the heart of Iceland. Their mission is to ski first descents on 2 volcanoes. Here's a clip of their journey, and be sure to catch the full film on YouTube.
Brdon je nestrpljiv. Vidim da ima neizmjernu želju preskijati prvu liniju.
Upamo, da se bo po dan ta veter malo umiren, ker drugače ne bomo prišli na hrib. Po prognozi 120 km/h piha, smučkamo na hrbtu, te odbije. Kolis te odpihne, nimaš šans. Še kle v doline težko ostaneš na nogah, kada te prav sunk. Ampak je po prognozi zdaj kle 60, na hribu pa 120, kar je enkrat močnejši veter. Mogli bomo počakati, če bo popoldan, ki je boljše razmere. Vreme je lepo, škoda je, ne, ta dneva, ampak nekaj. Take so razmere kle na Herdu Brejden.
A Brdon tuguje. Brdon blues. Oda oko brda. Kao tužan pas.
Oko 15 sati krećemo prema planini s namjerom da vidimo je li uopće moguće poduzeti uspon. Vjetar se pojačavao s povećanjem nadmorske visine.
Minuto gre. Miha, jesi primio?
Da. Ajde zdaj bo tu.
Well, that's all for this episode of SnowMotion. Make sure to tune in next time for the latest winter sports action. Until then, I'm Brenda Buglione, and we'll see you on the slopes.